In this video tutorial, I'm going to walk you through the process of adding questions to the quiz that you created in the video before this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on quiz 1, and I'm going to click add question. So from here, I can see up here, I can set up my questions or my grade item setup. And then down here, it just kind of looks like really nothing at this point. But down below shuffle, I have an add button. I want to go ahead and click on add, and I want to go ahead and add a new question. So from here, I can choose which type of question I would like to add. Now, most of these will be automatically corrected based on what answers you put in here. So multiple choice, true and false, matching, short answer. Everything but essay will be automatically graded. Essay you will have to grade after the quiz is completed. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and choose multiple choice and click add. So here I'm going to go ahead and put in the question name. And for this one, I am just going to go ahead and going to copy my quiz question in here. A lot of times what I like to do is I like to call the question name the same thing as a question text. You don't have to anymore. The reason I did that in the past is because it would never show the question. It would just say Q1 and you never knew what the question was. So I'm just going to call this Q1. What country is known for basket weaving? So the question status, you can say it's a draft or you can say it's ready. The default mark is how many points this is worth. General feedback is given as the quiz is done. So general feedback, as you select it, it will give you feedback on it. And if you have questions on any of this, it will have it within here. So one or multiple answers. So how many answers is correct? I'm going to say one answer only. Do I want to shuffle the choices? Yes or no, I can check that option. And then do I want to have an ABC, capital ABC, 1, 2, 3, Roman numerals, or no numbering? I'm just going to go ahead and choose capital ABC. So what I'm going to do for the first choice, because this shuffles the choices, I usually put the correct answer in the first one. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the correct answer, and I'm going to give it a grade of 100%. Now, if you had multiple answers within here, you might want to do 50% of the grade, or if you have 3 answers, maybe it's 33% of the grade. So it's based on how many correct answers you're going to have. So if you want to provide feedback after they choose it, you can provide feedback there too. So choice 2, I'm going to go ahead and put in another country. Oops, wrong one. Put it in here. This is 0. So I can say 0 or I can say none. That is what I'm going to pick. Again, I can provide feedback. Number 3. Again, none. Choice number 4. Again, none. And I can keep adding in questions. If I leave choice number 5 blank, it will not add it in here for me. If I want to have more, it'll add 3 at a time. I can go ahead and click on that. It'll add in 3 more choices for me. Again, if I don't fill them out, it will not put them into my quiz for me. Combined feedback. This is if your answer is correct and you have the feedback as part of what we set up in that quiz under the what the student sees as they're taking the quiz. Partially correct and incorrect. You can change any of that if you want to. Multiple tries, so penalty for each incorrect. This kind of does all of the information for multiple tries. So you can put in 100% up above if you want to. Otherwise, you can put that at 33%. It'll automatically figure it out for each one. Now at this point, I can go ahead and click Save Changes and continue editing, or I can hit Save Changes and it will add this question into my quiz. So again, I can go ahead and add another question. So I can do a new question and I can do a true and false. Click on Add. I'll put in Q2 for this one and I can go ahead and put in my second question. And my second question is, all right, there is my question. And again, the default mark, I can provide general feedback. What is the correct answer? I'm going to put true. And if I want to provide feedback for the response true or for the response false, if there's multiple tries, I can make that option again. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Save Changes. So you can see here, here's question 1, here's question 2. So I can see they're each worth 2 points. Right now, my total marks are worth 2 points, but I have this maximum grade of 10. So I could keep adding in my questions to build out this quiz. And then I can make sure my maximum marks equals the total of marks, or I could double it and make each one of these worth 5 points if I wanted to. I could easily change that by typing in 5 and pressing in my enter key. So now my total marks are 5 points. At this point, I can go ahead and click save, and my quiz is then ready based on the timing that I had set up in the settings.